Well, it's been a little while, but I thought it was about time to do another tour of the allotment. So this is basically what it looks like in June 2022. If you've got any questions for me, want to know what varieties, what methods I use, just let me know in the comments. Enjoy. So starting off on the right here with my brother's memorial bed. So I've got lots of yellow sort of flowers, and then at the back is my cold frame of chilies and peppers. They're doing okay, not the best. And then I've got a big obelisk of hops, and I just love that colour. Loads of plants here that probably won't go out now because I have no space. This bed has carrots. I had very few germinate, but loads of parsnips. You can see the dog at the back behind the fence. This bed has leeks, and at the front are Rebecca and at the back are Cosmos. Next we have the beetroot bed. Obviously multiple sowings in here. The front ones were sown probably back in March. Then at the back we have the wall of peas, a random self-seeded poppy, and the sub pod. So there's sweet peas growing up this archway. I see a potato in there as well. Here's the pallet fence in all its glory, with the strawberries growing in the top. So in we go into Rosie's area. You can see my lovely wildflower bed underneath the apple tree here. Just so many gorgeous flowers in there. And then along the side, I have this planter, which is a toilet cistern and sweet peas growing in, but I'm trying to get the sweet peas to grow along the side. Needs a bit of training though. The gorgeous Feel Good UK cold frame greenhouse. And then the brassica cage, which has broccoli, cabbages and Brussels sprouts in there, and some self-seeded nasturtiums too. Looking really good. Then this is the rhubarb, which has gone crazy this year. And behind that are the artichokes, which I grew from seed 2-3 years ago. And the first heads, finally. Here's one of my very few empty beds at the moment, although you might have spotted the sunflowers at the back. Then these are the outdoor tomatoes. One of them has got a little scorch, but it'll be fine. Moving on to the pumpkin patch, there's a random Diet Coke there. Another couple of sunflowers that I've chucked in the mix. Pumpkins are doing okay. A couple that have got their first fruit on, but not pollinated. I adore these tree spinach, which finally self-seeded. My lovely arch with clematis on one side, and on the other, my climbing roses. Last of my dahlias on the floor there. Now we're outside the greenhouse. I've got a little seating area. Made this little mound the other day. Just chucked a couple of herbs because it's just loads of leftover soil. And then check out the pond. You can just about see in. Got these lovely little irises, which I've never noticed before. They've popped up. Then growing up this palette, I have a couple of small pumpkins. Popping our heads into the greenhouse, you can see my sunflower stained glass. Got in here tomatoes, aubergines, there's a loofah, cucumbers at the back, basil and marigolds. Heading out, you can see my cute little planter. Then heading over to the asparagus bed. It's a bit wild here, I have to say. So a lot of these I grew from seed. So I've maybe harvested 3 spears this year. Barely anything. In here we have celery and celeriac. Lovely self-seeded foxglove. These are purple cauliflower, some carrots, potatoes, and this is my hardneck garlic bed. Then going down my makeshift path, we have the shallots, and these are chantenay carrots in there. Shallots they're flopping, so they've got to be ready soon. Turning around past the pear tree. This is my favourite little colourful area. Got some poppies, pansies, potatoes in grow bags. Got the anemones, my Lady Gardener rose, some alchemilla on the edge, and all surrounding the sweet corn and courgette bed. I had a couple of spare courgettes, so they've gone in surrounded by millions of wool pellets. They seem to be doing okay so far, but I'm going to try and replace a few more. Little zoom in on my rose. Then back around, other side of the herb mound. This is my soft neck garlic bed. Then you've got a grow bag where I'm going to plant some of my last potatoes. And this is where I have my fruit bushes. So in here, there's a sunflower, but I've got, these are gooseberries, so I've covered them over from the birds, just a little bit of a protection. I also have a honeyberry and blackcurrant. Then a few sweet peas growing up the arch. Over here, my mega strawberry bed, so many fruit coming through. And then right at the back, I've done the same as last year and put in some peas. Another little shot of the dog. Walking around, you can see just how many bags and containers of potatoes I have, all doing really well. Some different peas in this container. Then this is the herb bed. It contains oregano, thyme, chives, lemon balm, evening primrose, parsley, a couple of strawberries, all sorts. Broad beans are doing really well at this time of year. The frame that's keeping them in, that is from my old greenhouse, so just repurposing it. As always, ignore the messy corner. More bags of potatoes. These ones are probably ready now, I'd say. Love, love, love these irises and this snapdragon, which overwintered from last year. Got my container of mint, keep it under control. Then this is the flower bed. Dahlias at the back. I also have larkspur, lupins, zinnias, cosmos, snapdragons, straw flowers, agastache, nolana and gypsophila. I cannot leave this dog alone for 5 minutes without her chewing on some bit of wood or other. But over here we have onions, kohlrabi, the last of the overwintered cauliflowers and some potatoes, just under netting for ease really, because of the rest of the bed is. So this back corner I usually keep for storage, so there's a couple of bags of rubbish and the pallet where I keep my bagged compost and mulch. Over here we have my salad leaves bed. I like to keep it in a shady part of the garden just so it doesn't bolt as easily. More sweet corn here, along with my bean teepee. In the middle I just chucked in some spare marigolds, but on the edge of that bed I have some lawn chamomile, so I'm hoping that will spread quite a bit. But there we have it. This is what my allotment looks like right now. It's not perfect, but it's mine. I love it. Rosie is still at it with the wood, so I'll leave it there. But if you have any questions for me, just let me know in the comments.